Salam, Namaste, Vanakkam, and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Smina, your host for today, and it's my pleasure and honor to welcome you all on this wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day, a new beginning, and we're super excited and super proud to welcome you all to the first glorious edition of the Big Cine Expo 2016. The Big Cine Expo aims to be an interactive and value-added platform for theatre owners, design consultants, equipment manufacturers, system integrators, project management professionals, industry stakeholders, and the user community of single screens, multiplex cinema, and the entertainment malls across Asia and in India. And it goes without saying that the Big Cine Expo is the first and only expo of its kind in the country, and it's also the Asia's biggest Cine Expo in terms of highest footfalls of direct buyers. So ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a moment to thank you all for taking time out and joining us on this special occasion, and also joining us in making history. And today we have a very interesting lineup of events for you. We have some very insightful, informative panel discussions, presentations. We also have the Big Cine Expo 2016 awards that we're going to be giving away under various categories. And we also have the crew members of the movie Remo who are going to be joining us later during the day. We're going to have a very interactive, fun session with them. And they're also going to be launching their first video song right here with us for the first time ever. And adding to the excitement, of course, where some of you could get lucky and take home the Big Cine Expo silver coins and goodie bags from GDC. So all that excitement to look forward to. But for now, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome and introduce our chief guest for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us an ace Indian film director, producer and screenwriter who's known for his work predominantly in the Indian cinema and Hindi cinema. And his most notable films include masterpieces like Kali Charan, Karz, Hero, Ram Lakhan, Saudagar, Khalnayak, Tal, and so many others. And he's also received the National Award for producing the film Iqbal. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and make some noise and welcome our chief guest for the day, Shri Subhash Ghai. A big round of applause for him. Sir, can I request you to kindly join me on the dais? Thank you so much for being with us today. I think your presence alone has made this occasion 10 times more special for us. And joining our chief guest on stage, may I welcome Mr. Raghav, the director of Big Cine Expo, Mr. Abhirami Ramanathan, managing director of Abhirami Mega Mall, Mr. Rajiv Chakrabarti, CMO of Inaugural Asia, Mr. Udip B, Chief Executive Officer of Mayajal Entertainment, and Mr. Richard Michel, VP of Harkness Screens. A big round of applause for all these wonderful gentlemen who joined us today. Well, gentlemen, as you all know, it is in our culture and tradition to begin all good things in the name of God. And we're going to begin by lighting the Kuttuvilakku, but I also want to add that, as you all know, Padma Shri Dr. Kamal Hassan sir was supposed to join us today. Unfortunately, he's still recovering from his injury, but though he's not physically present here, he's given us his blessings and good wishes. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and light the Kuttuvilakku as a sign of prosperity, enlightenment, and good things to come. So can I request all the wonderful gentlemen on stage to kindly head towards the lamp and light it for us. Can we have the candle, please? May I now call upon Mr. Raghav, Director of Big Cine Expo, to kindly present the welcome notes. A big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Big Cine Expo 2016, a premium international trade show and convention in India for cinema exhibition industry. In India, there was no exhibition of this type where you got an expo for a cinema theater owners. You got an expo for a cinema maker, or about a cinema. But this is the only expo in India for cinema exhibition industry. With 17 years of rich experience and understanding of cinema exhibition, Theatre World magazine brings an expo exclusively for the exhibition community. Despite being the second largest producer of movies in the world, India lacks the presence of a significant expo in India. In the last 3 years, as many as 2,000 screens were closed down due to dwelling business and low footfalls. This was mainly owing to lack of business, technology, marketing, and operational knowledge among the exhibitors. An event of this kind has potential to bridge the knowledge gap and is the need of the hour to boost the industry. I deeply honored that the event has the best wishes of Shri Subhash Ghai. His gracious presence will certainly add a distinct charm to the event. I especially thank my association partner, Christie, GDC Technology, and Arkner Screen. I also thank Shri Abhirami Ramanathan, Shri Alok Tandon of Inox, and Shri Udeep B of Mayajal, who lent the initial support to set up the expo. I would like to thank all the brands associated with the expo, delegates, speakers, exhibitors of their contribution and timely support. The two-day expo will have everything for cinema theatre owners. The Hall A has got the trade show where people can discuss about the products, they can look at the demo, technology, and we got a VIP launch, the two-day food function. So I wanted all the theatre owners to engage complete two-day and get many things out of this expo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful warm words of welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get our wonderful chief guest to share a few words with us. So please put your hands together for Shri Subhash Ghai ji. A big round of applause for him as he comes forward to share a few words with us.
First of all, my hearty thanks to all of you to be here at a very premier event, I would say, initiated by our very enthusiastic and very visionary man called Mr. Raghav. Thank you for being really creating this kind of awareness to the people of the big cinema. My congratulations to the whole team of Cine Big Expo 2016. And my compliments to all of you, sir. You're all achievers here. Myself is more of a storyteller. So I would speak that how big cinema is important to me as a storyteller, because I have been a writer, director. And what I can feel and understand the importance of big cinema or a big screen, storytelling, maybe that I want to share with you. I remember in 1984 or 5, when the cinema was dooming down, and every movie was going into the pirate's hand, and there was a parlor, small parlor, and VHS cassettes were showing our films, and no filmmaker would make money, and everybody was crying. The theaters are getting empty. People are not getting attracted to the big cinema. They want to see the film, so they are seeing in the small parlors, small rooms. And a lot of piracy, I think 70% piracy was there at that time, in terms of revenue. And I remember I had released my film, Hero. And fortunately, Hero ran here for 75 weeks in Chennai. And in 4 shows rather, because of the music. But in other territories, I was not getting revenue. I did not get any revenue from the Hero. The way it ran, the way it was a big blockbuster. I had made a movie for a big screen, and people were watching in small screen. So it was a very big setback for me. Now, being a director and technicians, I thought what to do, how to bring people in the theater. Then I conceived a subject called Karma. When I wrote the script, what did I do? I said, let me make this film for the big screen. My first thought was that I am going to tell this story through big screen. And what is the rule of the big screen? That people in the hall must feel that it is a big screen. There is a difference between a television and cinema. So I wrote all my scenes in either extreme long shot or extreme close-ups. I treated my script this way. And I went ahead with these 6 soundtracks. That's why mono was also very difficult. The people were wondering why I'm making these 6 tracks when the pictures are not being welcomed in theaters. And I remember I shot the film accordingly, and I did my mixing here in Prasad. I remember for 1 month I was here, and I was very particular about the sound part of it. And I took 30 days to mix that film. There were 16 reel films that time. 30 days, 30. And I was very particular about each sound and sound effect in Karma, so that people can feel the impact of big cinema. People can feel the visual as well as the cinema. I remember I went to Delhi Theatre. He was not giving us terms because the business was very bad. So I used to go to theatres, ask them to clean the bathroom, to clean the chair, to please rectify the sound. But they were very in a depression mood that, Mr. Ghai, you may make whatever you want to make, but there is no income in theatre. Nobody is coming. Look at the car parking. It's empty. I said, let me release Karma, please, the way I want to release. I spent a lot of money and took a lot of risk, I know. With the 6-track sound, what did I do? That I started the film, my film, if you see Karma, with a very half of the screen, with a frame of a half screen. And after 2 minutes, I expanded that small screen into big screen with the sound effects. And I remember in the hall, people started clapping. They could understand the small screen and the big screen expanding. And that time, when they saw Karma, so anybody who saw in a video in a parlor, they did not like the picture. But when they see in the theater, they saw in theater, they loved the film. And we had a collection for 100% collection for 3 weeks, constantly, first time. And all theater people told me that this is the first time after many years we can see car parking are full and people are in the theater. So what story goes is that if we make a film for a big cinema, cinema must respect that also. So cinema screen size, the sound, the impact of the sound, and the comfort level of the people. Magic of cinema can never go. Let any technology come. Let any technology, let digital come, YouTube come, whatever come. But the cinemas, magic of cinema in a big hall will always remain. And that is why I'm here, and I would like to support this awareness over there. That let us understand that we have to make bigger stories, bigger films, with a bigger canvas, and that is how this kind of exhibition and initiatives help us. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And my best wishes for this movement, sir, for this exhibition, and to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those interesting anecdotes with us. And it goes without saying that we're both humbled and honored by your presence here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the Managing Director of Abhirami Mega Mall, Mr. Abhirami Ramanathan, to kindly share a few words.
Our chief guest, Subhash Ghai, dignitaries on and off the dais. First and foremost, I should thank Mr. Raghav and Theatre World. Why? Why should I thank him? Is it for this exhibition? Is it for the expo? Is it for the buyer-seller meet he has organized? No. I think this is the only magazine which has ever recognized there is something which is known as theatre, they should be recognized. That's the main reason. Because you take any press, if anything happens negative in a theatre, it will be reported in the front page. You do anything good in the theatre, nothing will come out. They say if you write it, it becomes publicity for you. For example, I was the person who introduced DTS in India. computer ticketing in India. Now recently, 1 year back, I was the first person to introduce laser projection. But nothing came in the press. Reason is, sir, then it become publicity. That way, I should appreciate this theatre world because it's the main component of cinema is a theatre. Nobody can refuse that. But nobody recognizes us. That's the problem. You take Government of India, they don't recognize. Subhash Ghai can get award, best director, best photographer, best story writer. But what do I get? Nothing. I was the person, he wanted a big screen, I am the big screen, but nobody respects the big screen. I have the best toilet, best seats, best sound system, best screen, but nobody recognizes me. Even Government of India, they can at least give one small prize somewhere. You go to any cinema award function, leave alone Government of India, our own producers, they will first give the hero, a glamour guy. His life is short. I don't know when he'll be thrown out being a hero. Or the heroine. Heroine is even shorter, unless she becomes a mother. So they get the first award. They keep on giving all the awards. Finally, cameraman, light boy, set assistant. Finally, they call the theatres. And when you come and receive, that nameplate will be something else different. When you ask them, sir, we are very sorry, it got mixed up. So you will be getting only this. You do one thing, sir, pull off that label and keep it. So that is the respect we get. When that is the respect theatres are getting, I should thank Mr. Raghava and this magazine, which is dedicated to theatres. Theatres, you said that once upon a time the bathrooms are no good. Now we have the best equipments. At least the theatres in South should know what's happening in the North or what's happening in the East and what's happening in the West. And one more thing, sir. See, there is something known as freedom of trade guaranteed under the Constitution of India that we do not have. In most of the states in India, the theatre price, that is the admission rate. I do not have the right to fix my own maximum selling price. I don't have the right. Including most of the states. Maybe it's not there in Maharashtra, I wouldn't know. But most of the states, whether it is Subhash Ghai's film or it is my film, the rate is the same. You can't go up or down. You will have to sell it at that price. Why? I don't have the price to fix my own MRP. It's not happening. That is the reason is, people think cinema theatres are not required. But I am sure with the help of theatre world and with the help of Mr. Raghav, we will prove that theatres are the most important part, integral part of cinemas. Nobody can say anything about it. That's what I would say. So my suggestion, Mr. Raghav, is when he is organizing something next time like this, our Theatre Owners Federation and Multiplex Association of Tamil Nadu, where I am the president, we will join hands with them and we will see to it that a bigger hall than this is always full. That we will do. That's the smallest thing what we can do in return of what they are doing for us. Once again, I thank this Theatre World magazine and Mr. Raghav and everybody present here, though the seats are not full. Maybe they thought it's too early in the morning to hear these guys. Anyway, I thank all of you who have come, even though it's full registration there, even though 3,000 people are registered, I don't find even 300 people here. Maybe they are coming only for the lunch and maybe to see what is available to buy a seat or a chair. And that also what I would suggest to Mr. Raghav is, when you get a seat owner, get 2 or 3 of them, not one person. So that I don't have a choice here to discuss who is better. I am sure you will become another Cine Asia in another 2-3 years. When you come back one round, we are there for you. With these few words, I thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for hearing me patiently in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that very candid speech. A big round of applause for him. Up next, I'd like to request the CMO of Inox Leisure, Mr. Rajiv Chakrabarti, to share a few words with us. A big round of applause for him.
Good morning, everybody. I'm truly honored and humbled in the presence of such eminent guests here. I'm very, very new to the industry, nothing much to share. Just want to thank Raghav for organizing something like this and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was extremely short and sweet. Thank you for that. I now request Mr. Uday B., Chief Executive Officer of Mayajal Entertainment, to kindly share a few words with us. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for him.
Good morning, everybody. It's an honor to share the dais with Subhash Ghai ji. It's a pleasure. You started making movies before I was born. So you can imagine the kind of company that I'm sharing here today. And also Mr. Ramanathan sir and the dignitaries here. It's a pleasure to be here. So the reason why I thought we should get involved and start something like this with Mr. Raghav, who actually started this initiative, being the first time it's being tried. So every time you need that momentum to build up. So we are hoping this will start slow, small, but it will, build up to something big in the next 2-3 years. This is focused specifically on the exhibitor sector and only for the industry stakeholders. That is the core industry players. If Tamil Nadu has 1,000 theatres, we expected at least 50 to 70% participation, and rest of the South India being hosted in Chennai, we are expecting about another 40% participation over the next 2 days. So at this opportune occasion, I would like to share a small highlight. A lot of people don't know that in Chennai, we have a 16-screen multiplex called Mayajal, which is the highest number of screens in a complex in whole of India. So that is something that, something that we should be very proud of. We started as a 6-screen multiplex and now it's 16 screens. And again, now we are thinking of growth, and as Mr. Ramanathan sir said, ticket rate regulated by the state government. A lot of things are actually putting a block on the expansion process. So industry has to expand and grow. So for that, we need some amount of free trade, definitely in the sector. And this platform was created mainly by Theatre World to create a single point of contact for all the exhibitors to upgrade their theatres to the latest, whatever is available, be it projection, sound, screens, all the elements of related to theatre. I'm talking about popcorn, I'm talking about interiors, sound systems. As Sir said, it was so refreshing to hear the reason why you expanded that shot of the small screen to the big screen. So that kind of an ambience is something that we all have to deliver. And definitely today, this quality of sound projection is something that the audience has started to expect. It's no more really a luxury, it's a necessity. That's what I would say. So time has come where we as an industry exhibitor, association, exhibitors, all of us together, should probably, work on maybe not a CapEx model, maybe an OpEx model, to see how we can upgrade the, theaters so that we give the best of experience to the audience who are visiting us, and also deliver what the creator really dreams of and creates when he creates the content. So we should actually have the responsibility to take what is created in the labs and the creator's mind to the audience without distorting any of that quality or the content side. So that is something which is very important. I think it's a responsibility for us to do that, and definitely going forward, I'm sure things will change, even in Tamil Nadu state or south of India. Audience are ready to accept. They appreciate and accept quality. There's no doubt about it. And today with technology traveling so fast, now it's all laser projection, Dolby Atmos sound. So it's a lot of things are changing in the in the exhibitor sector. So quickly, unless we catch the technology curve at the right time, I feel it's the right time today. 3 years back, it would have been early. A lot of times we try to deploy. As Sir said, he tried laser projection before anybody else. So a lot of people try early, and there are some pluses and minuses to it. But again, today I feel is the right time to start deploying and upgrading your screens and really adapting to the latest technology. Because I feel unless we do that, we will lose out. Like today, multiplexes come in, single screens are changing to multiplexes, and unless this quality of interiors, projection, hygiene, everything is upgraded, it is tough to sustain and stay in business going forward because of the customer mindset and audience perception has changed. So I feel it's the right time to do it. So this platform being created now is good for us, and being in India, it's the only one that is there. Otherwise, you have to travel to Hong Kong, you have to travel to China and all. So that way, it's a good initiative, very good thought process for the long term. So we are here to definitely support and enable this. So all the best, Mr. Raghav, and all the dignitaries. Thanks a lot for sharing this stage. And all of you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. for sharing your insights and your ideas in bettering the industry. And may I add that you started off with 6 screens and went on to housing 16 screens. And we're sure that with time, you're only going to get bigger and better. And you're going to cater to all our cinema fans here in Chennai. And definitely the big Cine Expo is going to pave the way for that, no doubt. And may I now request the VP of Harkness Screens, Mr. Richard Michel, to kindly share a few words. A big round of applause.
Thank you. Firstly, congratulations to Mr. Raghav, the team at GM Audio, our partners Christie and GDC. I walked into this room 24 hours ago. It was not a cinema. This is absolutely incredible. To put on a show like this in a territory is fantastic. So you deserve a huge round of applause for what's been achieved. Harkness was founded in 1929, 87 years ago this year. And it was founded by a family who were passionate about cinema and about improving the cinema experience. All the things you've heard this morning are about improving cinema experience. And when I think of India, I think of the experience. I was here 2 years ago and I walked into a cinema in Mumbai, and it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there were hundreds of people watching a movie. As somebody from outside of this territory, to walk in and see 200 people watching a movie at 2 o'clock in the afternoon is unheard of. Usually there are 400-seat auditoriums with 10 people in the UK, for example. The passion for filmmaking, the passion for exhibition, the passion for the big screen experience in India is unrivaled across the world. I have not seen anything like it. And it is about making sure that that experience is as good as it possibly can be, whether it's through Dolby Atmos, laser projection, latest screen technology. It's about making sure that we're delivering what the filmmakers want on the big screen and that the audiences really, truly enjoy it. I think this show has the potential to allow you to get behind that element, to understand what's available to you to help improve that experience. This is a fantastic market, a fantastic show, doubtless. I think you'll gain a lot from it over the next 2 days, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you, sir, for sharing all those wonderful words with us. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all our dignitaries on the dais, for taking time out and being with us today and giving us the perfect start to a perfect event. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a quick 15 minutes break, after which we shall begin with our first panel discussion for the day, which is on cinema marketing, tips and tricks for revenue growth. And like I said, some of you could get lucky. We have an early bird trivia quiz competition that is going to happen. I'm going to be giving away the big Cine Expo silver coins, and also you could win gift goodies, gift bags from GDC. So please do come back in the next 15 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, before we disperse from here, a big round of applause for our chief guest, Shri Subhash Ghai ji. Thank you so much, sir, once again. And thank you to all the dignitaries. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can head towards the expo area and take a look at what's in store for you there. And we request all of you to kindly come back in the next 15 minutes. Thank you.